I would definitely have to say that one of my all-time favorite characters, not just in the Star Wars franchise, but also in pop culture in general, has got to be the character of Han Solo. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams is currently very much hard at work on directing Episode 9 in the final weeks before they wrap filming this upcoming February. Things are really starting to take shape here big time before we get the official title reveal and of course the first teaser trailer that'll give us an overall idea of the movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. However, what's really intriguing has all to do with the character of Han Solo and his presence in Episode 9. Now, it's described that Disney and Lucasfilm are going through deleted scenes that were never shown to the public from The Force Awakens that will be inserted into Episode 9. Also, they are looking into pieces of dialogue, sentences, and words used by Harrison Ford to mix them into scenes for the final film of this trilogy in order to expand the possibilities of what they can develop and mesh together in order for the character to have proper dialogue with others in the film. So we heard about this very lightly before in the past, that Han Solo would have a role to a certain extent in Star Wars Episode 9, either in the form of a reunion scene between both Han, Luke, and Leia, or in the form of a vision and or dream sequence for the character of Kylo Ren. Now, a lot really is going on right now, and it seems as though that J.J. Abrams is really trying to fix what was never accomplished in the sequel trilogy, a reunion between Han, Luke, and Leia. Now, the thing to really take note of here is how they're digging into the original trilogy, pieces of dialogue that were said by Harrison Ford in A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and modifying his voice from the original trilogy and inserting it into Episode 9 in the form of dialogue in order to have proper scenes with other characters on the big screen while meshing the footage together. So they're doing something very similar in a sense with the character of Leia as well. And it's very surprising that they are actually, going through the same exact process for the character of Han Solo and trying their very hardest right now in order to make this very difficult task to actually work in a Star Wars movie like this. Now, after all, it's a very important film to Disney and Lucasfilm. They really have to be on their A game here in order to get things right for the Star Wars community and the fans around the world in order to accept what Disney will actually deliver come this December of 2019. So Han Solo being in Episode 9, what do you guys make of this? Do you think that this is a desperate attempt in order to gain the trust of some of the people that are very much disappointed with The Last Jedi? Or do you think that this is a genuine act by Disney, Lucasfilm, JJ, and crew by, of course, incorporating Han Solo into the plot of this movie? Now, I'll say one thing right here is that I think that this is a smart move. Yes, I do agree that there is some desperation in here. I can tell that Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to do whatever they have to do in order to really make things right within the Star Wars trilogy and make this movie really stand out from both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I think that they realize now that a lot of people are just very frustrated and kind of annoyed that we never got the proper reunion between the three major characters, Luke, Leia, and Lando, or should I say Leia, in the sequel trilogy. We never got that. And that's something that I think that they are really trying to put together right now, as we have heard before in the past. They also have plans on meshing footage between both Mark Hamill's footage from The Force Awakens, or should I say The Last Jedi, and even Episode 9, and meshing that with footage of Leia and Han Solo from The Force Awakens into one big scene that'll also include Adam Driver, which is pointing to the scene in which both Han and Leia drop off their son Ben Solo at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple. So there's a lot to really be done here with Episode 9, not just for the sequel characters and the new characters coming into play, but also for the legacy characters. Again, you have to respect the characters that are a part of the Skywalker saga if you're going to call this the final Skywalker saga film. Of course, they can be referring to Ben Solo since he's got that mighty Skywalker blood. But if they keep on saying this, and they say this on StarWars.com, I believe, that Episode 9 is the final installment of the Skywalker saga, alright, this most definitely should be pointed toward both Luke and Leia primarily, over Ben Solo in a sense, because they are the true Skywalkers. They are the actual children of Darth Vader. So with that being said, you know, if we look at Ben Solo, technically yes, he is a Skywalker, you know, he is indeed the son of Leia, so there is that. But as far as Han Solo goes, you know, what do you think would really work best? Do you think that a reunion scene in the form of a, let's say for example, flashback or a use of old footage from The Force Awakens and meshing that with new footage is a good or a bad idea? What do you guys think about that? You know, do you think that this is a good attempt by Disney and Lucasfilm, or do you think it's going to feel a little out of place for Episode 9 to have the reunion at last minute in the sequel trilogy? Me personally, you know, I would have much rather have them to do this in present time where you knew they were all alive and well 30 years later after the events of Return of the Jedi. But the other thing here is that they could also do this in the form of a dream and or vision sequence. We've heard about some of the storyboard descriptions before in the past of Kylo Ren seeing a Han Solo figure in the Millennium Falcon. So it could be something around the lines of that. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.